Today I learned something new. Testosterone. What is testosterone? What is this mythical, man-made hormone? This elixir of life? What is this magical chemical? Everybody is obsessed with testosterone. If you are in the gym, if you are serious about physical development, if you are a man, this would be nothing new to you. Everybody talks about testosterone. How do you triple, quadruple your testosterone level? Donald Trump. When you think of Donald Trump, you think of testosterone. When Donald Trump went on that show with Dr. Oz, everybody clapped when they heard his test results. 400 and something nanogram per deciliter. Completely normal for a man. Hell, better than normal. Better than the average for a man his age. He's full of testosterone. And what does the guy eat? Junk food. Junk food. McDonald's, chips, burger, ketchup, soda. Man, this is the diet of a 4-year-old. And yet, look at his testosterone. Completely normal. That's what makes a man a man. Testosterone. Why is the obsession with testosterone within our manosphere? I don't know. Testosterone. Did you know that testosterone is the main driver for the end of puberty? During puberty, your body undergoes massive hormonal, physical, emotional changes. Have you heard of a growth spurt? You probably have experienced it before. It's uncomfortable, man. That's the uncomfortable pain of growing up. I remember when I was a teenager, and like many others, you start to develop these things on your face, pimples. You start growing hair in places you wish hair wouldn't grow there. But now I've come to embrace it, Puberty, that's when boys start becoming men. You see a skinny guy growing up, and then he hits puberty, and suddenly he becomes a monster. He became a skyscraper. His voice becomes deep. He's full of muscle. He becomes strong. He becomes aggressive. He becomes moody, less agreeable. And most importantly, he becomes really aroused when there's a beautiful young woman around him. And I can say this with confidence. I've been there, man. Testosterone. There's something that I'm deeply insecure about, and that's my height. How come others are so much taller than me? We also went through puberty. How come I'm so short? Who knows? I don't want to check my testosterone level. And to be honest, I don't think I will ever want to check it. I don't care. I don't care if I'm low test. It's alright. Am I coping? Perhaps. Did you know that testosterone signals the end of puberty? When you are a teenager and you go through puberty, your long bone has this plate called the epiphyseal plate, which is a gap in your long bone that allows it to lengthen. So during puberty, during this growth phase, your bones lengthen, you become taller. But then your testes start developing and start producing massive amounts of testosterone. And did you know that testosterone, along with causing a high increase in muscle mass, strength, deepening of voice, even hair loss on the head, but increased hair elsewhere in the body, it also stops you from growing taller, because under testosterone, the epiphyseal plates sealed up. In other words, your bone becomes compacted. your bones become denser and the plates seal up, so you can't grow any taller because the plate is sealed up. There's no more lengthening. Being taller is considered to be the many traits of someone who has high testosterone. And even though height is not really a big factor in survival in the modern society anymore, because like we're not fighting, we're not really using aggression to fend off predators and, you know, fight other men or to hunt down animals. We don't really use our physical bodies to do that anymore. We live in big cities. But consider this, the amount of time that we've been existing in this universe, on this earth, is minuscule in the grand scheme of things. We are only a tiny dot in the entire history of the universe, you know? So to get from where we were before, just walking apes in the forest, to where we are now, people in big cities, it's a very fast process. Too fast for our brain to even comprehend. Too fast for us to even evolve enough to understand what this means. And so we hold on to a lot of this primitive thinking. We still prefer the primitive ways. We still prefer tall, muscular, bold, aggressive, confident men in our society. They are the ones who will secure reproductive success. And that's why women go for them. There's no denying it. You ask any girl, and in their mind, they will tell you that they prefer someone who can protect them. So they want someone who's bigger than them, someone who's stronger. This is a big insecurity for me. I'm not that tall. Would I trade being tall for being myself? Within the Catholic Church used to employ castrated boys to sing in their choirs. They are called the castrati, or in other cultures, they are called the eunuchs. Basically, boys who were castrated before they could finish puberty. And sure, without being exposed to testosterone during puberty, their voice remained high. And with the development of their body, their lungs becoming bigger, this gives them an advantage to be able to sing in choirs. They have this angelic, beautiful, loud and full, high soprano voice, able to hit high notes. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with this tenor/baritone vocal range. I can't sing like Freddie Mercury or Michael Jackson, even though I want to. Because of a lack of testosterone, these boys grow to be very tall. The epiphyseal plates in their long bones never get to be sealed up properly, and they continue to grow past the point of puberty. That sounds nice, but here's the catch. Testosterone is responsible for increasing the density in bones, increasing muscle mass, and reducing body fat level. So even though these guys can grow very tall, even past the point of puberty, they have no muscle mass or very low muscle mass, high body fats. So they end up looking rather lanky and skinny fat. And sure, they might have a head full of hair. They never experience baldness, but they have no hair elsewhere. And they just look like an inferior version of a boy. I'm sorry to say this, but it's a tragedy. And it's a part of history that I wish I didn't know about. It's just horrible, man. Would I trade being tall for being who I am right now? Would I trade being a short Khoi with average genetics? Or would I prefer to be someone who was castrated before puberty, but yet he's very tall? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'll stick with being myself. I'm happy with who I am. If you're still watching, stay strong. God bless. I love you all. And I have complete faith in the plan that God has for you. And God made no mistake. So be happy with your body, the body that God has given you.